Hi everyone, it's John the Dyslexic Geek here. Today LEGO have announced the results of their 90s IP challenge. This is a competition that's been running for the past few months where people could design and submit an idea based on their favourite IP, whether it's a movie or a TV series. Last year LEGO ran a similar competition but based on the 80s, and the results of that is coming in 2025 at some point. Are sets based on the Goonies and the Gremlins. So in this one, it's all, of course, based on the 90s, and in total there are about 200 designs that were submitted, and LEGO have today narrowed it down to just 5. So as you can see here, the challenge is based on building a 90s inspired idea, say based on a film or a TV series. So in terms of the open knack for what this is going to be, the set design had to be between 1,000 and 5,000 pieces. If it gets anywhere near 5,000 pieces, that will be something quite impressive, or it could be quite expensive. So over the past 2 months, people have been submitting their ideas, and here we have the timeline of how things happened. So during December the 6th and January the 6th, designs were submitted. Then the LEGO designers have chosen just 5 sets in which you can cast a vote. Each set can only be chosen once, so there's only 1 vote per person. And the result of this campaign will be revealed on June the 2nd. So quite a way to wait for that. The voting is only open from the 10th of February through to the 21st. So you've got 11 days to put your vote through. But as I say, the winner will be announced on the June the 2nd. So first up, we have a design based on The Fifth Element. It's going to be a book, nook and play set. Looks pretty cool. It's one of those films I've never actually seen. I remember it coming out. I remember it being very popular with Bruce Willis and Mila Jovovich. But it's one of those films I still to this day haven't got round to watching. Maybe at some point I will get round to watching it, but the set does look really quite cool. I love the design of a book nook. Of course, LEGO themselves are releasing book nooks based on Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter later this year. So this will give you some idea of what to expect maybe from a book nook if you're not familiar with those. This is a new line I think LEGO are going down, but I think this works really well for the Fifth Element design. It looks really good. Lots of pieces used in here, nice, colourful, bright and vibrant. It just screams Fifth Element. I remember seeing the posters and the trailers, but it's just never a film I've actually got round to seeing. Saw the little details in here. I'm not sure how many pieces are in this. I'll check that one in a second. But obviously it opens up to reveal a bit of an interior as well with a bit of a play set. Of course, all these designs are submissions, and which of these 5 does get chosen, LEGO would of course make changes like they do with all idea sets. But so just to give you a rough idea of what it might look like. So that's quite cool. I like all the little interior details. I'm guessing there's loads of Easter eggs in here. For anyone who's seen a Fifth Element, you'll probably recognise a few more in here. Obviously, I've not seen it, so I don't. But it looks quite good, like an interesting design. I quite like this. I think this will be quite popular. See, I do love the taxi cab. That looks really quite awesome. That's quite a nice design, very futuristic, and does look very similar to the one in the film. Of course, looks great. And you see all the minifigures that are included as well. So yeah, nice array of minifigures for all the characters. So this looks really good. I do like the look of this. It's probably not one I'm going to be voting for, so I have no real connection to the Fifth Element, but I do like the design. Doesn't say in here what the piece count is. It's not quite clear. But just looking at it, I imagine there's quite a lot of pieces in here. It looks nicely and detailed. So yeah, that looks a really good one. Next we have the library from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Again, not something I ever watched in the 90s. I never got into Buffy. I did actually start watching it about a year ago, but I got distracted by other things. I haven't gone back to it since. So it looks good. It does look very authentic to the library in Buffy. It looks really quite detailed. I quite look at that. Let's see how many pieces are in use. I don't think it says how many pieces are in use in this one, but loads of references and Easter eggs. Quite a lot of minifigures by the looks of it. So you get Buffy, Giles, Willow, Angel and Xander. So that'd be quite cool. Nice bunch of minifigures in this set, but it does look very authentic to the library from the TV series. I quite like this. I think this one will be quite popular. It'll be interesting to see if LEGO may go for this. It's probably not my most favourite of the 5 designs. I think over this I do prefer the Fifth Element. Obviously, if you're a huge Buffy fan, this will be right up your alley. Someone like me who doesn't have a real big connection to this TV series, it's probably not one for me. But I appreciate the design. See all the minifigures in here. So yeah, that's quite decent. This is one I personally won't be voting for, as you've only got 1 vote per person. You have to be quite selective in which one you choose. Now, next 3 are the ones I'm really struggling with. They are all quite fantastic. The first one based on Jumanji. I think this is based on the Robin Williams original, which is just a great film. I love that so much. This is awesome. It's an actual board game when it opens up and the house just pops out and folds out, which I think is just ingenious. I think it's awesome. So much detail, lots of fun. Yeah, I love this one. This is such a good design, very original, very iconic. Anyone who's seen the Jumanji film, the original and the remake, I've not seen the remake, doesn't really appeal to me. The first one with Robin Williams is outstanding. I think I saw that in the cinema way back in the day. But this looks awesome. You see the board game opens up, and you can build the house into the set as well. 6 minifigures are proposed, all the rules of the game. I think it's very clever. I like that. It's all the pieces move around the board. Yeah, I think that's brilliant. Really, really clever. Absolutely ingenious. That, so you can obviously remove the house as well if you want to have the complete board. So that could be a lot of fun. And you see the interior of the house. Yeah, every space has been well utilised. This is one of those designs that don't want Lego to change at all. I think it's quite perfect as it is. Every space has been well utilised. And I think it looks great. Really, really good. I love how the house just folds down and collapses into the board, so there's lots of ways you can display it, or you can, yeah, I think it's ingenious. Very, very clever. This is what I'm really giving strong consideration to voting for. So this one's proposing to have 1,610 pieces, so it looks a lot more pieces in this. I'm quite impressed that it's only 1,600 pieces. It looks like there's way more in there, so that's quite good economical use of the pieces. Would be hugely expensive, I wouldn't have thought, for Lego to make. Now all these designs, Lego have the IPs all secured, so there's no issues on that regard. So I think this looks absolutely incredible. Really, really good set. Should be a lot of fun. Functional Jumanji board game. 2 sections of the house connected using Technic pins, located on the game box. 6 minifigures, 4 game tokens, and 2 dice. Yeah, I think that could be a lot of fun. This is one I'm really thinking about going for. Let's have a little think. Next, now one set that just looks absolutely stunning is the Edward Scissorhands base set, which looks awesome. I love this gothic looking set. Looks just beautiful, really great looking gothic set. Does look like a set that might come out of the Bricklink program. I think this design has knocked this one absolutely out of the park. Looks just stunning. I love the Edward Scissorhand minifigure. It looks awesome. Now this one does include a lot. This one's been made up of a lot of pieces, 4,900 pieces. So if this was to make it to market, I imagine this would be very expensive at nearly 5,000 pieces. I don't think there's been a Lego idea set ever gone that high, but wow, is it very impressive. This looks just beautiful. I just love the gothic style of this house. Looks more like a castle more than anything else, but obviously it's a house. But yeah, very much like a haunted house. I love all the little detail, all the stone ornaments on the gates, all the plants, the flowers. Yeah, it looks really good. I think the little gargoyles there as well. This is awesome. I think the design of this is just fantastic. I love the Edward Scissorhands minifigure. It looks very good, very authentic. Yeah, lots of things going on here, lots of different plants, all the little shrubs that have been made into various animals. So you've got like a pterodactyl there, and maybe like an elk or a deer. Take another look at one of the minifigures. It's not a film I've seen for a very long time. I've seen it a few times, but it's been many years since I last saw Edward Scissorhands. It's a very weird film, you know what I mean? Very Tim Burton. Yeah, very iconic from the 90s. I love this glass minifigure. That's really quite beautiful. Something quite different for a minifigure. Yeah, that's really good looking minifigure. I suppose the interior doesn't have a huge amount of detail in it, but so I think it's nice for what it is. But it's the exterior of the set for me that wins me over. It looks just incredible. I think that's absolutely outstanding. That one, very cool looking set. I am giving strong consideration to go for this one, much like the Jumanji set. This is one right. This is I really would like this one. So yeah, this has got a strong chance of getting my vote. So I have to wait and see on this one. But yeah, great set. Really interesting. And finally, the one set that really has completely blown me away, if I have to be perfectly honest, is the X-Files set. I'm a massive X-Files fan. I've seen it so many times. One of my favourite TV shows from the 90s. It holds up incredibly well to this day, and it's great. I love the X-Files so much. It's just brilliant. And this design looks just outstanding. I love this diorama. You've got Mulder's office, with Mulder and Scully's office, I suppose. And then you've got this tree diorama up here with the alien and the spaceship. All the little nods and references here to the X-Files, which is awesome. I love the minifigures that are included. I love that you've got Mulder, Scully, Skinner, and Toombs, which looks, by the looks of it, Eugene Toombs used to scare the life out of me when I was a child watching this in the 90s, or a teenager rather. Yeah, great little looking office, all the little nods and little references and Easter eggs. This looks just incredible. Brilliant looking design. I loved all the tree design. The alien spacecraft looks really nice and detailed. Yeah, really, this design really has captured the look and feel of the X-Files incredibly well. Eugene Toombs figure is weird. Oh my god, that looks really creepy. But yeah, it's obviously one of the iconic monsters from the X-Files. I love the Skinner minifigure. I'm guessing that's Cancer Man. I think that's what that's supposed to be. So yeah, all the minifigs that you'd probably want, which looks good. I believe this is the Jersey Devil, one of the monsters, or one of the creatures that I think is in series 1. One of the very early episodes. So that's one of my favourite episodes. I love the Jersey Devil episode, but I love the Mulder and Scully minifigures. And just as a diorama, it just works incredibly well. But yeah, this one is for me, I think it's a standout one. So the set is proposed to have 2,020 pieces, so I don't think it'll be too expensive to make. In terms of the minifigures, obviously you have Mulder, Scully, the Grey Alien, the Jersey Devil, Skinner. It's a Syndicate leader. It's not Cancer Man. I thought it was Cancer Man, but no, it's a Syndicate leader. And Eugene Toombs. So I thought Cancer Man might have been included. I thought it would have made more. It would have made a lot of sense being in this one. Lego themselves, if this one gets chosen, might well choose to do that. But yeah, that looks. I think this one is going to get my vote, and it looks just awesome. Really, really cool. Out of all these designs, I say as a huge X-Files fan, I think this one is going to be one I'm going to be going for, and I very much hope it gets chosen. So there we go. That is all the 5 designs that are available for voting for at the moment. As I say, you can only choose one per person, so choose carefully. So the X-Files one is going to be one I'm going to be going for. And yeah, at the moment as it stands, only one is going to be chosen. But depending on how popular some of these may be, it could be possible that Lego will go for 2 of them. That's what they did for the 80s one, so there's always a good chance. I hope they go for 2 of them, because one, it'd be quite difficult. I think there's always going to be someone a bit disappointed. But for me personally, I'm going to go for number 1. Is that the X-Files is my first vote. My second favourite would be Edward Scissorhands. Third would be Jumanji. Then I'd have to say Fifth Element and Buffy. That's my top 4. That's the order in which I rank these designs. But as an X-Files fan, that's a standout one for me. So there we go. That is the 5 designs that are available to be voted for now. So you've got until the 21st to cast your vote. So you've got 11 days, and then the result will be announced on June the 2nd, which I'll bring to you as soon as we get it. So that's something to look forward to. No idea, of course, when the final design will see the light of day. It could well be into next year before we actually see the final design. If it's not being announced until June. So yeah, and obviously bear in mind all these designs could undergo a lot of changes, like all idea sets. So I hope they don't change too much. I think all of them are pretty much. I think all of them are pretty much perfect as they are. But as I say, that's like all idea sets. They always undergo a lot of changes. So let me know in the comments which of these 5 designs are your favourite. Which one are you going to be voting for? Now please leave a like, and if you've enjoyed today's video, I'd be very grateful if you consider subscribing today. I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Thanks very much for watching today.